qualifier match. Introducing first.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to We've Got the Power. And today it's going to be headlined by not one but two huge main events when Adam Brooks makes his AUS Pro debut to take on Matty Romano, also making his debut. But also in the main event, the Rising Star Championship will be defended in a bitter end of the feud when Bush Kelly gets his shot one-on-one against Owen Steadman. But coming up next, we are going to continue our journey to the Vic State SUPER Tournament with our opening contest as Zhan takes on this man, Rory Holmes, only one to move forward to the one-night tournament to crown our Victorian State champion. And of course, it's not just me, coming for the ride, Ryan Betson. How you doing, Ryan?
I am very, very well. Look, we're closing the night with an incredible match for the Rising Star champion. We've got to determine those for this other championship we're building towards. What's the plan? Where are we going?
It's going to be a one-night tournament. And of course, we've already got 6 men who have already qualified for it. But we've got to get an entire field of 8. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, opening up, Zhan taking on Rory Holmes. And Zhan, he has been...
That one's for you, Jack.
There you
apologize.
Zhan has been an utter unstoppable tank of a man, undefeated in one-on-one contest, and there's very little that can stop his momentum. He is a true juggernaut, a one-man dynasty, but his opponent is Rory Holmes, a man who's born with chips on his shoulders. There it is, that's graphic. Vic State SUPER Tournament 26 qualifying contest. And for Rory Holmes, a man who's leading the pursuit, a group of young, angry men who feel like they never got a fair shake, and they are going to force their way to these opportunities, force their way to the glory. And there ain't no greater glory than the Vic State SUPER Championship, and it's all on Rory Holmes' shoulders to bring it home to the pursuit.
The bell is rung, we are underway, kicking things off with a headlock from Zhan. Slight bit of a hair pull from the pursuit, not against sort of bending the rules, skirting the rules. In the time here at AUS Pro, the pursuit have very rapidly become a dominant force in not just like individual competition like we're seeing here, and of course Hector Jones has himself a match later tonight, but also as that tag team, as that group.
In fact, at our last event, Last Man Standing, we saw the pursuit team of Rory Holmes.
That's right.
And of course, Chris Kelly getting a win in tag team competition. A contest match, I might add, that did include a veteran in the Jurassic Punk, Sid Parker.
And Willie Wiggum.
And Willie Wiggum. A little bit of Willie. Stop giggling. Anyway, well, let's focus on this match, because the Vic State tournament is starting to take shape. And although we've obviously not drawn for the first round yet, you know, there's a few spots left to vie for. Zhan, since day one, has been saying, I don't know what form it's going to come in.
So for
I will be the champion.
For those playing at home, Andy, who are currently qualified in this tournament? We've had I think we've had a couple. I believe one of them is Sam Yanis.
No,
my apologies, Levi Nixon.
Yeah,
that's
Levi
right.
Nixon knocked him out in the qualifiers, in fact. Oh well, anyway, but we've also got Emmanuel.
That's correct.
We have Ryan Rapid as courtesy of winning his last man standing match over the family-friendly.
Oh, hang on one moment. Sorry, we're getting stuck in history. Let's get into the now. Zhan getting up into the face of Hector Jones.
Yeah, Hector Jones' presence on the outside is gonna be distracting, and it has allowed Rory Holmes to take control of this contest. Sets him up, drops him down nicely with the neck breaker. Now hooks the outside leg, but a kick out there. And the official there to turn Nabra. It was only a 2, and look at the face of Rory Holmes. Man, he knows how dangerous Zhan is. He wants to win this match as quickly as humanly possible.
I was going to say, he's a little bit shocked for a kick out so early in the match, but when he wants to get through Zhan Wen as quick as he absolutely can by sending him into that buckle, taking out that left shoulder.
Say Rory Holmes using every inch of that ring to his advantage. Off the ropes and leg drop, one of the best in the country, in my humble opinion. Hooks that outside leg again, but a kick out. Wasn't even a 2 that time.
That's the second kick out at 1 in a row from Zhan Wen. Rory Holmes is giving him everything he can, simply not enough in the early stages of this match. Now Hector Jones is ringside. This is a standard singles competition. There is room for disqualification. Hector's going to have to keep a distance, keep his hands away. It doesn't mean he can't poke at the psyche of Zhan Wen. Because as you said, undefeated, there's a lot of pressure on him in general, especially heading into what is the Vic State SUPER Tournament.
You know, it's weird to think Zhan Wen so unstoppable, so just formidable in that ring, has never held an Australian heavyweight championship.
Wait, really?
Quite surprisingly, yes, indeed. Rory Holmes, meanwhile, actually has held Australian champion. Oh, hang on a sec. Hector Jones there with the trip, allowing the sidewalk slam. I'm not sure if the officials saw it, but regardless, that's helped Rory Holmes just stay ahead of the game here.
Finally moving to a 2 count, still not enough to bring it home, but slow bits of improvement working away at Zhan Wen. Really nursing that neck. Whether it be from that neck breaker earlier, that sidewalk slam, all of it.
Well, the fans now, we have 250 fans who've joined us here in the Central Ringwood Community Centre. Massive thank you for all of you coming here today so that we can have yet another fantastic evening here for AUS Pro Wrestling. And Zhan Wen with a big solid right hand. Rory Holmes with the reply. And Zhan Wen is not going to lay that standing.
Big forearms to the side of the face, fist to the top of the noggin as well. Zhan Wen jumps back, pump kick, takes down Holmes. But once again, I just want to shout out the crew here at Ringwood. They seem to deliver every single time. Every time we are here in this building, they sell the place out. Amazing work.
Don't even saw that Hector Jones once again trying to swipe at the ankle there. He's like that newborn kitten hiding under the sofa, ready to rip your sock to pieces. Stinger splash in the corner, throws him into the ropes. Spine buster! Oh! One of Rory Holmes' big, heavy power moves too, and kick out there.
Saw the whip on Zhan Wen's neck. The one who's been nursing this high time, and the hard landing from that spine buster. But as you mentioned, Hector Jones grabbing the foot of Zhan Wen, allowing him to get that splash. Then the spine buster. Major offense coming through from Rory Holmes. Very little, mostly defensive work from Zhan Wen thus far.
What is it? Rory Holmes measuring in, but Zhan Wen's picked him up. Fireman carry into a power bomb, and Zhan Wen straight away hooking the inside leg. 2! And wasn't able to get it.
You can see the shock and bewilderment on Rory Holmes after those multiple 1 counts on Zhan Wen. Getting a 2 of his own for his first pin attempt. That's got a rock out. Let's check again that action replay.
Absolutely, look, there he is, picks him up with the fireman carry into the power bomb, beautifully executed, and straight away going for the cover. And it's rare to see Zhan Wen having to hold himself up at the top rope, so we've seen it right now. And Hector Jones once again swiping at the ankle, and I think Zhan Wen has had enough of his guff.
I was about to say, this is the longest I think I've ever seen Hector Jones' hair, and Zhan Wen taking clear advantage of it, pulling him up by the neck.
Oh my goodness,
oh my God.
He does not do anything in half measures, and now the official turns around to catch Hector Jones in the ring. He doesn't know how it happened, but he knows he's out of here.
We need to rename the show. Zhan Wen's got the power.
No, Adam Brooks might sue me. So don't suggest that. Anyway, wiping the dust off his hands, and indeed, the dust is gone, and Rory Holmes ducks a clothesline, the rising knee again. He has him in the corner. The drive-by kick hits it square. Rory Holmes has used this many a time to win his matches too. And 3. Oh my goodness.
God.
He was moments away of going to the one-night tournament to crown of Vic State Super Champion. but Zhan Wen is still alive in this contest.
I thought that was it. I was so confident, Andy. I thought that was it.
Well, I think Rory Holmes felt the same, which is why he's going back to the well. He wants to end this contest with his biggest move, but wasn't able to get it. Zhan Wen taking his head off with a huge clothesline.
Crowd firmly behind Zhan Wen. Getting to his feet in the corner.
Yeah, this could spell trouble for Rory Holmes, because when you're up there, there's only one way to go, and that's down.
So both men wobbling on their feet.
Oh,
this is a muscle buster setup.
Muscle buster time. We've seen him do this before. It's a real match ender. Hooks the inside leg. Zhan Wen
3.
proceeds to the Vic State Super Tournament.
Continuing his undefeated streak here at AUS Pro Wrestling. A genuine standout of this division.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is one of the reasons
Your
why I
winner
booked Zhan Wen.
and
The man
qualifying
that's
for the Vic State Super Tournament, Zhan Wen.
Sorry to stop you there. It's too good to hear. We had to hear it.
Indeed we did, and look, this is one of the reasons why I brought Zhan Wen into AUS Pro Wrestling. Ultimately, this man has true, huge, untapped potential, and I want to see him reach the mountaintop finally. He could be on his way to winning his first major singles championship here in Australian wrestling. Let's check out the replay. Rory Holmes thought he had it there, but unfortunately, Zhan Wen persevered, hit the muscle buster, goes for the cover, and gets it.
What an incredible way to start the show. Let us know what your thoughts are by using that hashtag AusProPower on your social media of choice. You know what, Andy? There's a whole other match coming up. Starts now.
Your next contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
And big shout out to our ring announcer, Cam, of course.
He's been doing an excellent job. We're glad to have him on board. Really feeling it with the crowd tonight. Now coming out next, Levi Nixon. And earlier, Ryan, you were asking who's made it to the Vic State Super Tournament. And Levi Nixon, the despicable Levi Nixon, is now a part of the Elite 8 and will get to compete at the one-night tournament. And Nixon insisted that the fans do not forget about it, that the fans know that this is his house. And after defeating Sam Yanis on our last event, he wants to come here. I might have missed that one upon it anyway, but he wants to come here and prove that he is the man who runs AUS Pro, and he wanted to be here tonight. And as I said, back at Last Man Standing at our last show in February, he managed to steal the mask there of Sam Yanis' protective face mask and get the cheeky free count with an assistance of the ropes. Anyway, Levi Nixon here tonight, and his demand so that he can prove he is the man who's going to lead the future of the Victorian State Super Championship.
It would be quite a big claim to fame for Levi Nixon. In that previous match, taking on Sam Yanis, his brother, former tag team partner under SGB. What a great way for him to step out, regardless of his approach, I should say, Andy, to have that title of his own.
Anyway, coming out next, the roaring Taniwha Johari, a man who's been brought back due to popular demand. He is roaring Taniwha. He is Johari. A man who's been brought back to popular demand. A lot of my peers say, you got to put this guy on more shows. Well, here he is. And the last time he competed for us, he took on rookie Barry O'Leary. And he almost got the victory there if it wasn't for Barry O'Leary's underhanded tactics. And speaking of underhanded tactics, Levi Nixon, he knows how dangerous the roaring Taniwha is. And he knows he has to get ahead of this contest. Because if there's one thing I know about Johari, he has a lot of heart, he has a lot of drive, he has a lot of spirit. And if he can get that momentum up, he's very difficult to stop.
Levi Nixon just pulling from the crowd, hoping to gain/retain their approval Johari trying to put Nixon in his place. Big chop.
Well,
To the far corner.
This is what I was talking about. I mean, I call him a Wolverine, but this is Australia. So what's the closest? A wombat? A Tassie Devil? That's close enough, I guess.
Look, Johari is his own beast. He is the raging. Was it Taniwa? I do apologise if I said that incorrectly. But he has.
Levi Nixon off the ropes.
No!
Tornado DDT driving Johari's skull right down into the mat. And if you're looking to slow down your opponent, dropping them square on their bounce and forcing all that pressure to go through their neck, it's a really, really good way to slow them down.
Yeah, no science degree required there. It's straight simple. Get dropped on your head, then get the life choked out of you on the middle rope.
But this is it. Levi Nixon right now is riding a wave of optimism. He is riding a wave of self-confidence and arrogance because he already knows he's in the tournament. He doesn't have to win this contest. But for Johari, a victory here will certainly get his status up here in Australian wrestling. Anyway, big drop kick there from Levi Nixon. Nixon going for the cover. 2.
Kick out of 2 from Johari. As you mentioned, this is a non-tournament match. This is a match purely to show the people here at Ringwood, those of you watching at home, that this is his house. As he said when he walked out before, Levi Nixon, he has plans for all of this to become the #1 guy here at Oz Pro. And right now, if everyone backstage, even though it's the beginning of the card, they are looking to this man as the future. This is who they could be going up against in this tournament. Just securing a victory here is just bragging rights, really.
Oh, absolutely it is. And look, Levi Nixon knows. Oh, driving drop kick right side of the door. I mean, Levi Nixon knows that, he's got the advantage here.
Cover
he's
again
got
from
the
Nixon.
Experience. He's got that sort of ring general life. He's got more years than Johari. Johari's still in that phase where he's trying to almost learn from his mistakes, learn from his losses, so he can become more and more formidable. But I'll tell you one thing, every time I see him wrestle, Johari just gets better and better and better all the time.
And we're seeing that right now as he gets to his feet, blows to the side of Nixon in attempts to break the hold. Unsuccessful, but that
Nixon.
hair, those dirty tactics sneaking in again.
See, this is it every time that Johari earns that inch. It's like Levi Nixon just takes it back again and just takes a mile for himself. Pulling on the dress, pulling him back, hitting the neck break, going for the cover, making Johari really work for that kick out there. With Nixon placing all his weight onto the shoulders. And there, the reverse chin lock, just robbing him of air, robbing his head of the oxygen he needs, and just slowing him down, trying to quieten the fire that resides within the abdominal of Johari. And that's not a Greco-Roman rake of the eyes, ladies and gentlemen. That was an illegal scrape. And Johari now finding himself, Nixon is disgusting.
Ooh. Big knee to the side of the face of Johari. Nixon doing the best he can to keep the raging spirit that lives within Johari at bay. Following up with a second kick. Those knees landing square on the cheekbone.
Like I say, Nixon just full of confidence right now, but it might cost him if he's not careful. Right there, a drop kick right into the breadbasket.
Folding him in half, sending him back, facing him direction. Great work by Johari. Can he capitalize it?
He was like a missile right into that midsection. Slowed him right down. He ducks the clothesline. Johari now building up a head of steam, building up the momentum.
Off the ropes, up and over.
Big back body drop. Beautifully executed. Johari now with the big back elbow. Launches him into the middle of the ring. Kick to the midsection. Little cheeky uppercut. Nicely done. And got him with the swinging back elbow with a fake kick at the beginning. And Levi Nixon, he's educated with his limbs as well. Okay, that's using your head right there. Spine buster.
Monstrous spine buster from Johari. Johari may be new to the wrestling scene, but he is learning from the best, from the greatest, from the likes of Erica Reed over the Relentless School of Pro Wrestling.
Oh, leapfrogs over the top, goes for the O'Connor roll. He's got it good, he's got it tight.
Oh, even the grab of the shorts.
Oh no, he did get it.
Oh, he did.
Levi Nixon.
Oh, and a follow-up Shining Wizard from Nixon.
I mean, completely unnecessary. He already won the match, I say in quotation marks. But this is what Levi Nixon does. He scratches and he bites his way to victory every single time.
Trash out of my ring. Now, in case you have forgotten, AUS Pro Wrestling is my house. And I'm going to send everyone packing, just like Johari and just like that little rat, Sam Giannis. Now, it won't be long now. That Vic State SUPER Tournament is going to be mine. And finally, you bums will have someone to cheer for, someone to look up to, someone to thank. So how about now, each and every one of you will thank Nixon.
Well, the fans are letting Levi Nixon exactly what they think of his proclamation that he is the king here at AUS Pro. However, at this
You
time,
can do better than that. Now, I know you're all pretty slow, but thank you, Nixon, right? Thank you, Nixon. Come on. Come on.
right now he is a man without a crown, but he is hunting for his crown.
Look,
when we get to the Vic State SUPER Tournament.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. In a few months' time, I'm taking that Vic State SUPER Tournament and I'm going to be a champion here. A true champion.
Well, the proclamation is pretty straightforward, pretty clear-cut. Levi Nixon wants to take that tournament all by himself, become the champion that he sees himself, and give the crowd a wrestler, a superstar, a leader to get behind.
Anyway, coming on next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to find out who else will be joining us in the Vic State SUPER Tournament champion. This match is going to rock!
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match is your special feature contest. It is scheduled for one fall, and it is a Vic State SUPER Tournament qualifier.
A special feature, you say?
Well, yeah, I promoted the hell out of this match. Yes, absolutely, it deserves that. Ladies and gentlemen, Matty Romano, we finally managed to get him on an AUS Pro show. So a little bit of behind the scenes. Matty Romano, before he even had his first match in Australia, he's one of the men who's come down and he's helped us in shows. In fact, my very first show, he was serving a hot dog, he was helping out the fans, he was putting away the chairs. What an absolute legend he was. And we've been trying to get him on shows. Unfortunately, we keep having clashes, including his brother's wedding, which is very inconsiderate. I should have blackballed him for it. But ultimately, this man has been making a name for himself all over Victoria, MCW, and of course over at Renegade. And I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of this opportunity right here tonight.
Well, there's maybe one other person that is more deserving, if not equally deserving, and that's Adam Brooks, a man who is not just one of the best wrestlers to ever come out of Australia, one of the best wrestlers to ever grace this world, this earth, this planet. He has spent time in the US, you name it. He just came back from there, Andy.
Look, just because in a single week he managed to compete for Impact Major League
MLW
Wrestling
as well,
and
yeah.
AEW in 1 week. That doesn't impress me much, but you know what would impress me? Him winning the Vic State Super Tournament.
Didn't he do some hanging out at WWE as well?
Oh yeah, he helped out the performance center. I mean, that's okay.
Like what?
That's pretty impressive.
And we have him here at AUS Pro
All right,
Wrestling.
Okay. Let's be serious. I am honored that we were able to get Adam Brooks to compete here at AUS Pro. And it's thanks to everyone who has helped support the show, whether it's the fans, the people in the back, the wrestlers themselves, that we were able to build AUS Pro up to a point where Adam Brooks himself said, you know what, I want a bit of that. I want to become the Vic State Super Champion. Of course, this is a man who has had a plethora of championships around his waist and dripping off his shoulders, you know, including multi-time MCW Inter-Commonwealth Champion.
5 times.
5 times. The most reigns anyone has ever held of that championship. But of course, let's not sniff the fact, former MCW World Champion, and of course, as a tag team champion, and a whole number of them I
Hailing
can't
from
even.
Melbourne and weighing in at 76 kilograms. He has wrestled for the likes of Renegades of Wrestling and MCW. He is Matty Romano!
Just want to say quickly, there were a lot of tickets purchased with the surname Romano in them, so this could very well be Romano country here tonight.
And now introducing the competitor to my right, making his AUS Pro Wrestling debut, hailing from Dingley and weighing in at 90 kilograms. He has wrestled across the globe. He is a multi-time heavyweight champion and a 5-time MCW Inter-Commonwealth champion, the Loose Ledge, Adam Brooks.
Meanwhile, although there were a lot of tickets with the word Romano in them, I can tell you sitting in the front row is Adam Brooks' missus and his 2 stepkids. So Adam Brooks is going to look to, you know, kick Romano pretty hard, actually, I reckon, to impress the family unit. But look, let's be serious. This is a great match. When I announced this contest, let's be honest, people were messaging me going, damn, I wish
I even messaged you being like, are you serious?
Yeah. Look, this is one of those dream matches that as a promoter I get to put together, where you get to take a true veteran like Adam Brooks and put him up against a true up-and-comer in Matty Romano. And look, it's going to be interesting to see how both men approach this contest. Look, for Matty Romano, let's be honest, he said it himself, the biggest match of his career. Some wrestlers wait years for a match of this caliber. But for Adam Brooks, you know, this could be familiar territory. I mean, he's the measuring stick. He's the man that a lot of people look up to. A lot of people look up to and go, I want to be the next Adam Brooks. So it'll be interesting if Adam Brooks takes Matty Romano for granted or whether he's truly in the game here tonight.
Well, even right now, we can see Brooksy eyeing off Romano, just kind of sussing where he's at. Now, as you mentioned, comparatively, yes, Matty Romano is a much more younger, less accomplished individual. But you heard that crowd. When you hear crisscross, whether it be here at AUS Pro, MCW, Renegades, wherever Matty Romano appears, that crowd is singing, that crowd is chanting. He is more than just an up-and-coming name.
Well, right now we see both men really starting to feel each other out. Sorry, slipped there. Overhead wrist lock forcing Matty
Don't get me
Romano
wrong. Look
down
at these,
to the mat.
with these 2 men in the ring, don't surprise me.
Shush. Anyway, it's like he's got him in the armbar and he's got the weight on top of his skull. Matty Romano quite rightfully trying to get back onto his feet. And I'll tell you one thing. When he was younger, Adam Brooks was the fast competitor. He was the one you had to desperately try and keep up with. But this is going to be one of those rare contests where Adam Brooks is in there with a man who is a heck of a lot quicker than him. Switches
Interesting cover there from Brooksy.
But right now, Adam Brooks is feeling this out. He is checking out what Matty Romano can do. what we're seeing right now, yes, they're going for the pinfalls, they're going for the covers. I don't think there's any genuine expectations that they are going to win this. We see Adam Brooks going, I really got you there. He's seeing what his reaction time is. He's seeing how quick, how nimble he can be on the ground. And Adam Brooks showing tremendous respect for Matty Romano.
It's a great thing to see, especially with winning in tournaments like this where there are first evers on the line, there's a championship. Things are going to get nasty, things are absolutely going to get heated. So to see those little moments of respect and honor between our competitors is fantastic.
Well, also, and also simmering in the background, we're not going to say their names, but they both wrestle for promotions that are, let's be honest, sort of competing a little bit with each other.
That they are.
There is a little bit of tension there, and that only makes for fantastic matches. But Oz Pro Wrestling, I should call it the no man's land, because this is where two men from different groups can come together and just fight it out.
Generally, that is one of the greatest things about Oz Pro, is its ability to bring wrestlers from all over this country, whether it be the likes of Tessa Armstrong from Queensland, and so on and so forth. We've had individuals like from South Australia. But
I'm just going to let you just go on then.
I'm trying to remember what there's a couple, like I know Rochelle Rogue originally from New South Wales, now here in Vic, Charlie Rose as well from Tassie.
Axe Massacre. Yeah, there you go, there's another one for you. Oh my God, Matty Romano, he's like a wizard on those ropes. But Adam Brooks knows those games because he used to play those games, and he's got the Roman knuckle lock and he's holding him down. And I don't know about you, but I can see a little bit of frustration just etching onto the face of Adam Brooks there.
I was going to say, we should play a little game as well. We just listed a bunch of wrestlers that have come from all around the country here using that hashtag OzProPower. Who do you want to see at Oz Pro Wrestling? Look, we got Brooksy, man. Like, it's looking good here at Oz Pro.
Adam Brooks has just been launched off the rope right in the blind spot. Matty Romano lands on his feet like a cat, catches the wrist lock, beautifully done, and there's a quick cheeky chop to get the sting right into the chest cavity. And look at that,
wow.
Hurricanrana, and Adam Brooks has just been flung to the outside. And he's probably wondering, that's what that feels like, because it's usually him doing that. Oh, Matty Romano. Brooks thought he was one step ahead, but it was actually Matty Romano who was one step ahead. Adam Brooks now. All right, I think he's getting the gist now of Matty Romano. He's quick, he's nimble, he's creative. He thinks quickly off his feet. And I think Adam Brooks took a little bit of offense of the young gun here, inviting him back into the Oz Pro ring. And
Brooks is thinking that he had Matty all figured out. He did the math in his head, like, I think it's going to be like this. Remember, I was this close. He was not even remotely prepared.
Yeah, right now he's thinking he's a cheeky fecker. He's going to get his opportunity now to sort of get level with this again. Colorado will tie up right now, and Adam Brooks straight into the side headlock. He's trying to control the young man, but Matty Romano able to launch him down, but Adam Brooks now using his weight to force him down with a shoulder block. Matty Romano, however, using his speed and his quickness. And Adam Brooks, even the officials getting involved here. Matty Romano now.
Smart work, the quick feet of Romano, breaking the momentum of Brooksy. A little bit smarter though, catches him in the fireman's carry.
Well, Brooksy's just caught him onto his shoulders, and Adam Brooks is known to hit some pretty damn good power moves as well. And Matty Romano does not want to be on the receiving end of those. Whips him off the rope, makes him jump the sleeper. This time's getting quick.
Oh my God!
Adam Brooks went, okay, there's a pretty good chance he's going for a leapfrog, so I'm just going to front drop kick him right in the sternum. Very effective maneuver.
Yeah, shoots him out of the air.
Adam took a measure with that shot. And Adam Brooks now walking around the ring, feeling very much in control right now, as he should. Tell you one thing, it's interesting, the last time I actually got to work with Adam Brooks in a professional context was when I was back at MCW. This is a very different Adam Brooks. He's much calmer, he is much more methodical, he's a much smarter competitor. And in those last 5 years, I mean, obviously, he's been sort of collecting championships left, right, and centre. And it's why it's probably right now on the verge of being the best version of Adam Brooks we have ever seen.
So I was about to ask, Eddie, with those changes that you've seen in Adam Brooks, now heading into, you know, new territory with the Vic State Super Tournament, is this new Brooksy, does it give him an added advantage here in this tournament compared to, say, someone like Matty Romano?
I mean, just big boot to the side of the head there. Look, I think at the end of the day, you cannot deny the experience that Adam Brooks had. I don't think it would be too... boot to the front of the face this time. I don't think it's too much of a stretch to say, with the exception of perhaps Tommy Hellfire, this is the most experienced man in AUS Pro at this time. Off the rope, slides through, and Matty Romano, he's gone, and Matty Romano's taking a chance!
Up and over, massive crossbody from Romano takes Brooksy down on the outside. The crowd here in Ringwood firmly behind Matty. Never get bored of that chant.
The Romano rabble, as I'm going to call him from now on. Trademarked, you can't use it anyone else. Anyway, Romano now. You never know who's listening to this commentary.
Matty gets to the top turnbuckle. Eyes off Brooksy. Brooksy a little lost. Up. Gets out of the way. Last possible second.
Brooks picks him up in the fireman carry. He was looking for this earlier and he got it. The gut buster right off the shoulders. Shoots for the cover. 2.
Hard lock there by Brooksy. Locking the fingers in. The amount of
the Roman knuckle lock. That's when you clash the hands like that. It's probably one of the best grips you can possibly get.
So the amount of effort Matty needed to do to get out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Try it yourself. It's one of the strongest blocks.
All right, let's give it a bell.
Pretty difficult. Yeah, there you go.
Holy crap.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right? Anyways, and I did learn something when I trained.
I'm like 2% the strength of Adam Brooks as well. So like, that's crazy. Picking him up by the ear like he's a naughty child.
But nothing is saying more than Adam Brooks is starting to get a little bit miffed with his competitor when he's just grabbing him by the whole ear and pulling him to his feet. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what Adam Brooks was expecting walking into this match, but Matty Romano, right into the kitchen sink. Matty Romano knew this was going to be the biggest fight of his life, and he is fighting so far a perfect, well, maybe not a perfect match. He's been taking some chances, but he kind of has to take those chances if he's going to get an edge on the loose ledge.
Different attitude.
I did not mean that to rhyme.
Well
that was pretty good, I thought.
So different attitude with that pin there, the elbow across the face, a little more disrespectful than the, what do you call it,
the Roman knuckle
lock.
But actually, weirdly enough, that's actually quite a British trick to sort of drive the forearm bones right into the jaw and hold it down. And looks like he was going for his Titanic driver, but no, a kick out there from Matty Romano with the inside cradle, and Adam Brooks able to smack him back down to the ground straight away.
Gets him back to his feet almost immediately. Up, drops him hard on the outside ropes.
Adam Brooks just like licking his lips. He's got some evil intent in his mind. Drops the elbow right on the top of the head.
Drops the knee, you should say.
Oh, sorry, I do apologize.
Either way, nasty damage to the back of
it's a
Romano.
bony part of the limb straight in the back of the head. Kicks out. Adam Brooks now starting to wipe the sweat from his forehead.
To answer your question, Fred, what did he expect going in? I don't think he expected to have to work this hard for it.
Well, this is it. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously it would have been foolish of him to think this is going to be a walk in the park. And we've seen Matty Romano. He's firing some great peppery strikes here. And Brooks using those educated feet of his to sort of get back the advantage. Going for a suplex. Romano to the inside. O'Connor roll!
Great
He's got
work.
it. It's good.
Not enough, but that was well done by Romano, seizing that opportunity.
But Romano straight on his feet, ready to follow up. He is staying absolutely focused right now, not showing any frustration. He knows it only takes 3 seconds, like that, to win this thing and move on to a one-night tournament where he could upset an entire tournament. Adam Brooks actually looking a little bit dizzy there, but no, he's caught him.
Oh, no.
Oh, Will Ospreay would be watching this because he knows that's a cheeky Nando's. Goes for the suplex again, right into the corner. Every part of that ring is a weapon in the hands of Adam Brooks. Shoots for the cover, the two,
Even hooked the leg and everything.
oh, absolutely, putting a lot of weight down there on Romano. Now this is interesting. Adam Brooks is trying.
Desperation.
Yeah, I mean, a multitude of pinning techniques. Almost like to kind of go, this way didn't get him, let's try this way. But look, also Adam Brooks knows that every time he is forcing his opponent to kick out, that opponent is losing energy. And now he's trying to squeeze the ribs, drive the air out of Matty Romano.
So what I see as desperation is actually calculation inside.
It could be a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B sometimes, but also a lot of it can be instinct. When you're a veteran of Adam Brooks' level, sometimes there are things that you go to stay focused on the contest.
And Matty Romano trying to go to the crowd to give him the energy to get back and up off on his feet.
Well, right now, Adam Brooks is just trying to rob him of air, to slow him down, rob him of the oxygen that Matty Romano needs so he can power through. And look at this, Romano now just fists and fire on Adam Brooks. Was not expecting that from the young man.
Matty Romano understandably taking a second to catch his breath. Look at the anguish on his face.
Follows through, and Adam Brooks, overhead DDT right to that second turnbuckle. I mean, that's going to jar a jaw. It's going to totally discombobulate you. And Adam Brooks following through, but Matty Romano just having enough whereabouts to know where he is. Goes for the Hurricanrana a second time in the contest. Was able to get it, and a drop kick. And Matty Romano is not giving Adam Brooks a moment to think about his next step. Romano once again like a cat on his feet. Swinging kick to the midsection. Finally giving Adam Brooks a moment to recuperate, to think. But saying that, Matty Romano, oh no, that slip might have cost him a little bit. Not able to recover.
Just gave an opportunity to line it up bang on with those boots straight to the chest of Adam Brooks. Both men are down. Ref has begun the count. We have until the count of 10. Let's watch that again.
Front drop kick, just knocking Adam Brooks flat on his ass. And both men are down there. And if you want to know, yes, if both men are eliminated, neither of them will move on to the tournament.
Ooh, good to know, good to know.
And we'll have to find another way to fill in that 8th spot.
Matty Romano on his knees first. Bringing Brooksy with him.
Big shot there with the right elbow.
Whoa.
Powered by the 100 off ice baths that he's been taken to recover from the billion gym sessions he's been taking. Adam Brooks staring defiantly. There you go, there's the challenge right there. You have got to do better than that. And that is something that drives Adam Brooks. Now that he's at the top of the mountain, he wants to find out who is the young guy who's going to humble me. Could it be Matty Romano here tonight? The flurry of offense right there, off the ropes and climbing head kick. Adam Brooks now. Oh, wait a minute! Stunned off millionaire from Matty Romano. He's just stunned Adam Brooks. Looks like tilt-a-whirl, and oh no, Adam Brooks is in position.
Gets him into that signature 6-1-9 position from Romano. Brooksy catches him. Gives him a boot to the mush. Lines himself up.
Oh, Adam Brooks. He's going to show that he can also fly, nearly wiping out the gold ringside members. Careful, Adam, I need them for the next show.
But that's what they pay the big bucks for.
That is true. They could go home for a wrestler in their lap.
Knee to the face of Romano.
Off the ropes
pump
again.
kick.
One thing I've also noticed about Adam Brooks, most of his offense seems to involve kicking dudes in the head. Big sit-out powerbomb, 2, and kick out there from Romano. And Adam Brooks trying to breathe in that sweet, sweet air so he can try and think, what have I got to do now to take this kid out of the game? Oh, he's impressed.
Brooksy giving us almost like an office stare down the barrel of the camera there. Like, come on, this guy. I have to choke the life out of this guy.
Well, I guess we're going to find out now if Matty Romano truly has any quit in his heart.
Using that Roman knuckle lock now that I know
Oh,
what it's
there you
called.
go.
In a different fashion, cranking it across the face.
Driving the bone of the wrist right into the side of the head, into the point of the jaw as well. It's excruciatingly painful, the crossface. And Matty Romano, he knows it hurts, obviously, desperately reaching for that bottom rope. Oh, wait a minute, goes for the cover. 2! Showing great ring awareness there for such a young competitor. And Adam Brooks, with his trademark kick in the head. Oh, got tripped there by Romano. Romano's going to take advantage. Satellite DDT!
Romano could have it. Brooksy back again in the 619 spot.
We could be on the eclipse of an upset here. Romano, 619. But how's he going to follow up? How is he going to capitalize on this golden opportunity? The biggest match of his life, the face breaker.
Vic State Super Tournament.
He's going for no! I honestly thought the gods were staring down at Matty Romano and was giving the young man a break. You saw it, the 619, followed by that face breaker. And now Matty Romano, he's going to roll the 20-sided dice to see if this is his night. He's taking a gamble. Will it pay off? Oh, unfortunately not. Adam Brooks moving out of the way.
Up and
Romano with the cover. 2, 3, unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Hashtag OzPro Power. Let us know your thoughts of the show thus far. This is the 3rd match. This is insane. Romano using the energy from the crowd once again. Ringwood giving him the energy to get up to that turnbuckle once again.
Romano now climbing to the heavens.
Can he bring it home?
Waiting for Adam Brooks to be in position. Oh no! The soup bones just smashed into the side of the face. And Adam Brooks following up with a huge running drop kick. And now it's academic. Adam Brooks going up top. Swanton!
This has to be it.
Adam Brooks might be going through to the tournament.
2, 3.
And he does.
Your winner and qualified for the Vic State Super Tournament, Adam Brooks.
That's Sandy. This tournament has got a whole lot more loose.
Yeah. Yeah, we're down with the kids. Look, this match accomplished everything as a promoter I wanted it to accomplish.
Yeah.
You bring him Adam Brooks. You give him a tremendous opponent he's never wrestled before. You give them the opportunity to wrestle their hearts out. You create the opportunity for Matty Romano to create the biggest upset in wrestling history. Adam Brooks with the hard-fought victory. Both men will leave this match with a huge impression of Oz Pro Wrestling and what it's all about. And look, commiserations to Matty Romano, but let's be honest, there was no shame in that performance.
An absolute incredible match from Matty Romano. I have seen him at all the places that we have listed earlier. This may be his most hard-fought match thus far. Some of those things he pulled out, the up, the over, the grab, the flippy, the doodah, never seen before out.
Don't forget to swing him a doohickey.
That swing him a doohickey could have got him.
And then Adam Brooks just booted him in the head. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Oz Pro Wrestling is about, creating opportunities, preparing for the future. But Adam Brooks will now go forward to the one-night tournament for the Vic State Super Championship, joining the likes of E-Man and Levi Nixon and Zhan. It is truly a star-studded tournament. Anyway, coming up next, if you want to talk about the future, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a Rising Star three-way, 3 top young hungry athletes, truly wanting to impress and get one step closer to possibly challenging whomever is the Rising Star champion at the end of this show.
Your next match is the Rising Star three-way match. Introducing first.
Oh, that music can mean one thing, Ryan. That is the return of the pursuit. Rory Holmes earlier on tonight, unsuccessful in making his way into the Vic State SUPER Tournament. But now we will get to see Hector Jones compete in a rising star
by Rory Holmes, representing the pursuit. He is cutthroat Hector Jones.
Hector Jones prepared for this match tonight, taking his shirt off in the first match in preparation for this match. 3 whole matches later, he's ready to go. Rory Holmes on the outside this time. Will he have the same level of involvement in this triple threat match? Indeed. And of course, triple threat rules mean no disqualifications, no countouts, pinfall or submission only, middle of the ring. So if Rory Holmes did want to get involved,
well, yes, but there's also the official. You know, he
of course, he does have control.
The ref might want to just go and throw some hands.
That's enough booing out of all of you. No. What happened before was not my fault. What happened before was because of him. See, if we had a different ref, I would have won.
Rory Holmes perplexed by how sports works.
At the end of the day, y'all have really annoyed me. And in this triple threat, Hector Jones is going on top.
This will be the pursuit's second opportunity to get a big win here tonight. And for Hector Jones, he wants to get to the top of that rising star division. In fact, ever since he started here, he has had his eyes on that championship belt. He has been licking his lips and chomping at his chops. He wants that gold. And a big win here tonight will certainly help him get ahead of the pack.
If you want to talk about rising stars, then you must mention this man, Matty Hain.
Do I have to? I'm just joking. Here comes the Hain! Matty Hain, he's got an absolute massive gob on him. But, at the end of the day, this is a young man who's working hard, getting better every time he gets his career. In fact, the last time he head was the family and friends he brought. And hey, for roadkill, he didn't do too bad in that context. But here he is. He's going to mix it up with a couple of other young guys. We'll see exactly what he's capable of bringing. Just look at the charisma on this kid. Really young.
And now, the final competitor.
Now a minor change to the original plans here tonight, Andy.
We were supposed to have Blake Mallet compete here tonight. Unfortunately, he has got the wrestling lurgy that is flying around. And so unfortunately, he's actually quite ill.
Making his AUS Pro Wrestling
find a replacement
debut.
right here tonight in the form of Lago, the golden god of Victorian wrestling.
We went from the metalcore maestro to the golden god.
And look, good on him for stepping up. I sent him a quick message an hour before the show. I was like, get your ring gear. And he apparently left work early. And he got his ring gear and he is ready to compete here tonight. And you never know, he could get the big win here today and force himself into the AUS Pro Finals. So yes, to all the young wrestlers out there, always bring your gear. You never know who's going to get the lurgy. You never know who's going to die in a plane crash. There's always a possibility that someone can't make it. Bring your gear.
Thankfully, limited to 0 plane crashes here at AUS Pro
Yeah, we've
Wrestling.
not had any plane crashes ourselves, but we are 1 mil.
We are prepared. as you would need to be heading into a triple threat match. That's the one advantage that Hector Jones and Matty Hain are going to have against Marco Del Lago. They knew what was going to get into.
Yeah, so the wrestling world, it's all that cuddling and kissing down.
Yeah. You do want to become a professional wrestler, go check that out.
I was going to say, they've actually got a very good school.
Yeah, great school, fantastic school. And I don't know, 2 of the 3 of the men in this ring are out of that school.
Also, there are also good schools.
Yeah.
PCW.
Of course.
Okay, we don't all accept them. Anyway, so there's the arm drag right there. Marco Del Lago sort of like obviously finds himself between 2 guys right there, but he's finding himself in the position where he's up top at the moment. And I think Del Lago could be an early fan favorite here tonight.
Now,
Lago trying to keep an eye on both competitors and actually doing a decent job of this.
Now, just to clarify, Andy, we are calling this the Rising Star 3-way match. Now, is this a #1 contenders for that Rising Star Championship?
Not technically, no.
Technically, no? Okay.
But look, at the end of the day,
but a win.
Wins are very important here in AUS Pro Wrestling. You know, you get a big win, I will probably bring you back to another show. You get a loss, I might just send you down the abyss and you'll never be seen again.
Or unless you're willing to be sacrificed to family-friendly gore like Matty Hain, like, hey, you didn't die, please come back.
I was going to say, I mean, surviving is in many ways considered a victory in itself. Okay, now
here we go.
Now this is something that isn't entirely surprising. You've got 2 men looking for any advantage they can get, looking for an alliance to pick apart the Golden God here tonight. Just stomping away in the midsection. Wow, that was dangerous, close to the groin there.
All legal in a triple threat match. Hector and Matty whip Del Lago into the far corner.
Del Lago over the top. Only greeted by a Hector Jones clothesline there.
They're teaming together for now, though, Andy. Look, every time we ever watch a triple threat match or a multi-man match, there can only ever be one winner. So these allegiances, these alliances are only helpful for a short window of time.
Well, I was going to say, it's all fun and games until somebody goes for the cover, as we've seen many times inside the contest. And now we see them just fighting away on top of Del Lago and setting him up for a suplex down. Del Lago over the top!
Ooh. Rough landing right in the coccyx and lower back.
It is worth mentioning that these men are part of our Rising Star division, and in our main event, Bush Kelly will finally get his one-on-one shot against Owen Steadman, the current Rising Star champion, in a match that I reckon could be a bit of a hard hitter to watch.
It's going to be nasty. We've seen what they can do in multi-man matches on our previous shows. If you're watching this right now, and this is your first, hi, welcome. Be sure to go back and look at like this year, almost 2 years worth of shows we've put together.
Shows, indeed. This is show number 7, so good few hours of content to watch there. Cutthroat Hector Jones with the dragon suplex right on the top of his head. And now Matty Hain.
Release German.
Some good technique here. You've got to give it for these young guys. But these 2 men are just having a lot of fun here right now at the expense of Del Lago. Shoots for the cover, and oh, wait a minute.
You see Hector with that little shifty look to the left and right, taking advantage of Matty Hain, showboating to the crowd.
Looks like some trouble in paradise right now. This could have been a beautiful friendship, but unfortunately the fact that one of them can win has kind of got it to the end of it, and now the playful poking is becoming serious strikes between the 2 men. And Del Lago now able to recover a little bit in the corner. Off the ropes, and Matty Hain follows through the European uppercut.
It's a smart tactic if you are Del Lago, though. Just let these 2 beat the what energy they have out of one another and come in and pick up the scraps.
Double clothesline right there, and now all 3 men are down. Del Lago getting some advice from the ringside fans going, yeah, we'll stay right in there.
So we recommend you punch him. Thank you, crowd. Here at Ringwood.
Del Lago now trying to get the fans into this contest. Kicking off our second half of We've Got the Power. Thank you for staying with us. We've already seen some tremendous matches here tonight, including that one with Matty Romano taking on Adam Brooks. Del Lago wiping out both of his opponents right now, following through some European uppercuts and back elbows. Just taking out both men. Kick to the midsection. Del Lago now. About to
Scoops him up by the by the perineum. Sends him over the ropes. Matty Hain.
But Del Lago now, unfortunately, is going to be made a victim here by the Hain. But no, the Hain, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it off the ropes and a back elbow there. Oh wait, Hain's going for the cover. He's going for the cheeky cover, but he wasn't able to get it. You can see those little legs of his trying to reach the ropes, wasn't able to get it. Del Lago drops him down. Double hook, face buster, and Rory Holmes.
Rory Holmes gets involved.
Well, as you said,
It was only going to be a matter of time.
well, there you go, and Hector Jones just picking up the pieces now. Well, that's ridiculous.
Your winner, Hector Jones.
Further demonstrating that the pursuit at the hands of Hector Jones, Hector Jones, Rory Holmes, continuing to use that shared collective intelligence, that ring knowledge, to another victory.
At the end of the day, as we say, whoever last, loudest. There we go.
We know Chris Kelly's watching along at home, proud of his other members here at Pursuit. This is where it all changes, though.
There you saw the double face buster. And of course, Hector Jones there, going for the cover, getting the 3 count, and claiming the victory for the Pursuit. Marco Del Lago is not happy! Can't say I blame him. That could have been a true crowning achievement here for his AUS Pro debut, but unfortunately he was not able to get it one bit, and Rory Holmes just a figure of empathy right now. Oh, well, Marco Del Lago at least has won some fans here tonight, but don't go away. It's coming up next. It's going to be another Vic State Super Qualifier. It's going to be the Battle of the Beef when Anth Cava takes on Andy Rhodes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder before our next match. This is your last chance to get a raffle ticket if you haven't already.
Thank you, good sir. Just to remind you that Lockie, the artiste, everyone, including you, is in the presence of the greatest voice in Australian wrestling since John Farnham. And I'm here to introduce your inevitable Vic Super State Champion, and it'll be done like a true star should, and it'll be done the only way it deserves. So, Dipstick, hit my music. There he is. It's Anth Cava. There he is. What a man. With dream of things whose bars ain't worth the test. He's sculpted by gods. What a flex. Ooh, he may turn out to be the legend you would wish to be. There he is. It's Anth Cava. Absolute excellence. With so many muscles, he'll take the world by storm with 3% body fat, abs and all. There he is, rolling on the cloud. He is greatest of the great. He is Anth Cava.
Did he say 3% body fat?
It's a pretty low number.
I'm like 53% body fat.
Anyway, Anth Cava, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated in singles contest. But that was a hell of a musical intro. But I think I need to show up for this one. This is a hell of a song as well.
especially when you got Barnesy right there.
Andy Rhodes finally makes his AUS Pro Wrestling debut. A true king of the East here in Australian wrestling. Previously has competed for a number of years over at GPW.
My neck of the woods.
Your neck of the woods. And unfortunately, although GPW is on hiatus at the moment, you cannot deny the impact that Andy Rhodes has had on the Victorian scene, creating a place for young wrestlers to work and improve themselves. And he's been competing a number of times over in Tasmania, and this is his first match in sort of mainland Australia in quite a number of years. And I am proud that we get to host him here today for the Battle of the Beat.
Well, if you want to talk about his ability to create incredible moments and people, our Rising Star champion, a student of the tutelage of Andy Rhodes.
Absolutely, Andy Rhodes has trained our current Rising Star champion, so still giving, but tonight could be Andy Rhodes' night, because with a victory, if he can defeat Anth Cava here tonight, then this man will go on to the Vic State Tournament and could possibly become our first Vic State Super Champion.
Oh, man.
I kid you not, the two men in the ring right now are the two men who get the most Instagram likes for their content. And it's all due to how delicious their respective bodies are.
Either side of the proverbial scale.
Like literally and figuratively.
Hey! Crap, I wish I meant that.
I think it's funny. But look, hey, these two men have actually wrestled before. But it's the one thing indeed over in GPW. And Andy Rhodes who got the victory on that. So Anth Cava is in there against a man who has his number, or at least has had his number in the past. And you can see that Anth Cava, yes, he's got the height advantage. But Andy Rhodes most certainly has the weight advantage and the experience advantage. So it'll be interesting to see how both men work here. But look, one thing that both men were talking about when they went to this contest is, can Anth Cava pick up Andy Rhodes for the Cava rack submission? Big question. Big boys.
Oh.
You even got the big reference.
Yeah. Everyone gets the love here at AUS Pro.
Okay, Anth Cava's not liking this. I mean, Anth Cava generally believes he is the centre of the world right now.
Well, let us know on your social media of choice. Hashtag AUS Pro Power.
Artists, get down.
Who is the
Nobody
best
cares
spot?
about you. Get down with your sparkly jacket. Get down.
He's a sparkly jacket.
It's all you, Cava. It's all you.
Ooh, dang.
Oh, there you go.
It's a whole pork roast right there.
There you go. That's it. Anth Cava was just waiting for the bell, and now we've got these two big men just slugging it out, one after the other, off the ropes. And just, you cannot get Andy Rhodes down. He's just too big and too powerful. And you can see that Anth Cava's struggling with his arm after trying to clothesline him.
What I love here is just how Andy's decided to set the scene. Come in here, have a bit of, you know, good Aussie level fun, bit of shenanigans. But the second that bell rang, that switch changed. It became about business. And we can say not even getting knocked off his feet, even with the attempted assistance from the artiste.
Yeah, assisted. I'm not sure if he was able to do that much impact to Andy Rhodes, who's just too big and too lovable to knock down. And also, if you're wondering why, as the promoter, I booked this match, let's be honest, I'm just so curious to see if Anth Cava can actually pick up the humongous Andy Rhodes. I also thought this match might be fun.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun.
Anyway, big clothesline. And Cava
no.
go for right! Oh, big back suplex. I mean, look, Andy Rhodes, yes, he's fun to watch. He's got great entrance music, but he's got some big, powerful moves there. And we just saw that big back suplex. I mean, he is a multi-time Australian champion.
He has that like strongman strength where like Cava, all his achievements, that's glamour muscle. That's not like real hard yakka.
And I didn't say this, mate. Right? Speak to Ryan Betson. I did not say that. I know that you are a tremendous athlete. Ryan Betson just thinks you're some candy boy.
Oh, look, I'm not going to get out of that one. I'm done.
You're done.
This may be
You
my
are
last show.
done.
This may be my last show. I might be dead.
And Cava now just firing shots into the midsection of Andy Rhodes and a big right hand to the side of the head that finally has Rhodes rocked him there. And stumbles into the corner.
First time he's been dazed on his feet. Good. That was not bad. You need a bit more than that, I think.
And Andy Rhodes doesn't look like he was even fazed by that.
Barely amused.
I mean, he's got a big rib cage. It's probably going to take a little while for it to hit his heart. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
That was quite heavy. But I think Andy Rhodes can do even better than that.
The thud echoing around the venue here in Ringwood.
That's better.
There it is.
Andy Rhodes now just following Cava into the corner. And he is just manhandling Cava right here. Like I said, the question was, can Cava pick up Andy Rhodes for the Cava rack? The question was never, can Andy Rhodes pick up Cava? Because I can assure you, he's known for picking up quite some big burly lads in Victorian scene. And once again, the artist, he's like a little nit, just biting on the ankles. Oh, and a big right hand there from Cava, finally able to get the advantage, swaying his way. Double axe handle, and Andy Rhodes just will not fall off his feet. Oh, there he is. Now he's taken him down with the neck break.
Unable to pick him up just yet, though, Andy. Instead, going for the pull down with that neck breaker.
He goes to the cover.
Performative cover, not even a one.
Referee out of position, and Cava not happy of how he can think he's going to get a pinfall with a foot on the chest of Andy Rhodes. It's very unusual.
Now, as this is the first time that Andy Rhodes has presented himself here at AUS Pro, you've mentioned some of the accolades with the history of Andy. What are some other things that people that are joining us for the first time may need to know about this man, apart from the artist being exceptionally annoying?
Thing is, he actually has quite a nasty streak when he wants to unleash it, indeed. But this is a guy who's had tremendous experience as a wrestler, coming out, presenting himself as a bit of a funny guy, and then people take him, underestimate him. And the next thing you know, he's back suplexing you into oblivion. And he can bring some big, heavy moves. Now Cava off the ropes and kicks him right into the side of the head there. Andy Rhodes, he felt that one. And Cava parading around the ring. And you've got to believe he would love to make it.
Oh, there's the call from Lockie.
He
Go
says,
for the rack.
Here we go.
well, it'd be interesting to see if he can even pick him up. So here we go. And Cava now trying to go for a suplex, but he just can't pick up the big boy. There's a lot of beef right there in that ring right now. And Cava just firing those shots. Desperately wants to get this, but it's Andy Rhodes! He beat him to the punch.
Reverse the last second. Andy just brute forcing Anth Cava in the air and landing square on his spine.
This has got to be disorientating for Anth Cava. When you're a power wrestler and you're used to just effortlessly pushing and bullying men around the ring, it's difficult to bully a man the size of Andy Rhodes.
Pump kick to the face of Andy though. Oh, able to pick him up.
It looks like he's got some. Oh my God! Anth Cava, the fall away slam, and that was impressive.
Watch that again. What?
Good grief. Well, maybe he can pick up the big lad.
Yeah, originally I had my doubts, but things are still going.
Well, Andy Rhodes is a little bit rocked because there's not going to be many men who give him a fall-away slam. And almost, you can see Andy Rhodes almost trying to get the feeling back in his hands. He might have suffered a little bit of a stinger or something. It's just causing his nerves.
Landing hard on that shoulder, yeah, giving it a jarring effect.
And Cava,
Balls
he's going
to
for
the
the rack. Let's see if he can get it. But Andy Rhodes, he's dropping the center of his gravity.
Smart work.
On! He's going for the Cava lock instead, the full Nelson submission, which is a very wise strategy indeed. If you can't pick the guy up, then use your classic submission hold to get the win instead. But Andy Rhodes, the shoulders, just so muscular and big and thick and juicy. He just can't clasp the hands. He can't get the Roman knuckle lock locked in. There you go. And you can see the frustration on Cava's face. I mean, he's got a clasp around the back of the head, but it just wasn't a good enough grip at all.
Andy Rhodes trying to get Cava off his back by setting him into the buckle. Not enough. Goes to the other corner. He is gripped on tight.
Yeah, he's trying to shake him off. I mean, obviously, he's trying to shake him off. Because at the end of the day, this is a strong position for Anth Cava. Even if he hasn't got the submission holding entirely. Oh, wait a minute. Is he starting to fade a little bit?
Is he fading or is he just eyeing himself up? Yep.
Oh dear. Oh! Just driving him down hard. The spine just taking all that impact. But you can see Andy Rhodes there also holding the back of his head. That would have hurt him as well.
Sacrificing his tailbone, and as you said, that reverberating pain shooting up his spine into his neck. Already getting a bit of torture to it from the hands of Anth Cava.
Yeah, Andy Rhodes looks like he might be asking himself if it's worth doing it, but at the end of the day, he is out of the clutches of Anth Cava, and drives him down hard, whips him down in a bit of an SEO-like fashion off the ropes, and a big kick to the side. Oh, big back suplex. No, Blue Thunder Bomb! Beautifully executed. The two, oh no!
Whoa, the frustration coming out of Andy. The volume, the decibels coming out of him just then.
But you can see he's trying to suck in the air. I mean, obviously this is the side effect of sort of being such a big competitor. You need a lot of air to fill in that power to sort of fuel your muscles. Keep going with this thing. You can hear the fans now chanting, "Let's go, Andy!"
Oh, lucky
the artist once again getting involved and distracting Andy Rhodes. And Andy Rhodes, he is pointing at the artist. It looks like he's going to try and do something to him, but he's fighting for it. And the artist able to actually whip him across that top rope. There it is.
Oh no.
The Cava lock, he's got it in good. He might actually have it this time.
That is deep. That chin is buried.
There's the tap out. There's the tap out. Andy Rhodes was just not able to take that pressure across his neck. Can't say I blame the power of Anth Cava. That would have been excruciating.
Cava is your winner.
Just like that,
And
Anth Cava now finds himself moving
for the
forward
inevitable
to the one-night tournament
Vic
crown
State
Super champion. And there he is doing the international sign of championship belt. Round here, please.
And Cava.
This tournament is starting to get absolutely stacked.
Just to think, 8 of the very best competitors in Victoria today,
Cava,
all under one roof, and only one of them can win. Unbelievable.
And be sure to keep an eye on our social medias. Grab yourself a ticket when they become available.
There will be gold.
Getting those gold seats we mentioned earlier, you too may have Matty Romano and Adam Brooks thrown in your general direction.
Gold over his shoulder, there he is, sculpted by the gods. He will be a champ. He is at Cava. Hey, Dipstick, play that one more time.
It is time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, hang on.
Whoa.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's Emmanuel.
The artist called for an encore. Not quite what he envisioned.
And here comes Emmanuel, the man who actually has the prestigious honour of being the first person to enter into the one-night tournament, courtesy of the victory over locking. No, that's not the one. On blank there. There we go. Barry O'Leary. There we go.
So it doesn't matter because the history books remember the winners.
That's
but
true.
they also remember.
I've already forgotten the loser. Anyway, Emmanuel.
So they also remember the time that this man was not in the squared circle. He had near a decade away, but he returned for you, Andy. He returned for the people here at AUS Pro.
Indeed, and he has been impressing ever since he has come back. And you've got to believe that these two right here could be a dream match in the future.
How are we? Oh, come on, I know you all been mad. How are we tonight? That's what I like to hear. I'm sorry for interrupting. Thank you. You know, I was in the back as the first entrance into the Vic State SUPER Championship Tournament. Well, now that you're done interrupting, Listen here, Screech. Before you say another word, just know if you do, I'm going to launch at you with a ferocity that he won't be able to stop. Good choice. As I was saying before I was really interrupted, I was in the back watching. It's all right. That's okay. As I was saying, I've been watching it back, and someone just had to come out here and shut him up. Was that nails on a chalkboard to anyone else? Seriously. But speaking of the Vic State SUPER Championship, and Cava.
Yeah, baby. I'm a real man. Soon to be champion, baby.
My God, you're handsome. Even more up close to him, look at him. Daddy like. And he is extraordinarily talented. I think you all can agree with that, right? But here's the thing. You have everything you need to be successful. And yet I see you stand here next to the golem with his gracious. And I'm confused. I don't get it. I mean, please, enlighten me.
All right. I know exactly why you came out here, Emmanuel. You want to ride on my coattails. I know. Bodybuilding champion, powerlifting gold medalist, undefeated in boxing, and soon to be the Vic State SUPER Champion. Yeah, this would have been cool maybe 10 years ago. You haven't been relevant for a long time. Well, actually, you've never been relevant. So why don't you get on, out of my ring, and stay in the crowd like you belong.
Is it hot in here or what? Let me ask, do you guys want me to not wrestle ever again? Or do you guys want me in here? I got an idea. How would you guys like to see me go up against Anth?
Well, it sounds like a very popular idea here in Ringwood.
That's a match everyone wants to see, and maybe it'll happen. You know, we do have this little tournament coming up. But here's the thing, man. You know, I came out here just to peacefully get you two to the back, right? Just to do whatever we want to do. Keep it back in my way. And we decided to piss on the flag. So let me just say something real quick. Let me set the record straight. Yes, sir. I am a big part of why there is a scene here in Victorian wrestling. So as far as I'm concerned, kid, you are riding my coattails. Here's the truth.
Bring back the estate. Yeah, bring it back.
Brother, that's long gone. I'm a different man. That being said,
I meant everything I said before. You are talented. When I look at you, I see an athlete. You're Italian, right? Yeah, you have a long
He's the
lineage
Australian talent sportsman.
of some of the most badass warriors known to man. Unfortunately for you, I'm Greek. So do I. So here's the thing. Usually I'm pretty peaceful. But tonight, I'm feeling a little walk-on-walk violence. So, the way I see it, you have one of two options. You two go to the back. Or we can stop talking about it and we can be about it.
Well, it looks like we might be having an impromptu scrap right here in Ringwood. And Cava and Manuel, two men very evenly matched, perhaps about to get down right here tonight, but no. And Cava walking away. Oh. Tensions are brewing here. These two men have been eyeing each other up since the very first AUS Pro show. And with the Vic State Tournament coming up, there's a good chance that at some point, these two men are going to cross paths. This could be something that we've seen. Both men are undefeated in the singles competition here in AUS Pro. And if they maintain that undefeated streak in the tournament itself, they will inevitably meet up. But now the artist trying to get his lick in. Now that Cava is out of the ring, Cava's safe. And Emmanuel just throws him down with authority. Oh no, and Emmanuel now measuring him and takes him down with a spear, slicing the poor boy in half.
Well, there we have it. The brackets may not have been calculated just yet, but there is certainly a high chance that we may see Anth, Cava and Emmanuel go one-on-one in this Vic State Super Championship Tournament.
Oh yeah, if only you know from this competition.
Oh, that's you!
That is me! So I'll have to take this under some guidance, but right now, let's hype up our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, for the Rising Star Championship, Owen Steadman is about to take on the Wrangler Bush Kelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next match, scheduled for 1-4, is your main event of the evening. And it is for the Rising Star Championship.
Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are now down to the main event, and about to come out is the challenger, the Wrangler Bush Kelly. And the last time the Wrangler Bush Kelly was in this building with the champion Owen Steadman, he marched to the ring and informed him that he was the official #1 contender and decided to slap the very taste out of Owen Steadman's mouth. And the reason he's so frustrated is that both Bush Kelly and Owen Steadman competed in the 6-way match to determine our inaugural champion. And unfortunately for the Wrangler Bush Kelly, he found himself in a tough predicament and as a result was eliminated early from the contest. And for Bush Kelly, what really frustrated him is not only did it mean that he didn't get the chance to win the title, he never set foot in the ring with Owen Steadman. And he believed deep in his heart and deep in his soul that he is the true king of the future of Australian wrestling and wants to prove it tonight by basically beating Owen Steadman and ripping the title off of his waist.
And it is going to be difficult work for Bush Kelly. Owen Steadman in his second defense of the Rising Star Championship, as I look with concern and question towards you, Andy, but it is confirmed. To have that this title, this crown taken from you in such a quick turnaround would be pretty destructive for Owen Steadman, but as I said, under the tutelage of Andy Rhodes, genuinely a rising star here in Victoria. From my neck of the woods, down in Gippsland, down in the Traralgon, good old Vic gone.
England's most dangerous. But yes, Owen Steadman, all the way back at Star Rising, won that championship in a brutal six-way, featuring 6 best young talent in Victoria today. So as a result, you can now see that Owen Steadman is across the ring from the man that slapped him in the face when they were last here in Ringwood. Owen Steadman is across the ring from the man he didn't get to step into the ring with.
The
Back
challenger
last man
to
standing.
my left. He is the Wrangler, the Bull. He is Bush Kelly. And now introducing the champion to my right. He is your reigning and defending Rising Star champion, Gippsland Strong, Owen Steadman.
Big fight feel here in the main event of We Got the Power.
And
Hashtag Oz Pro Power.
And it's very appropriate for these two men to be in the main event tonight. Both men came in as unknown upstarts, and they came into Oz Pro and they have both fought for their right to be here. Owen Steadman became within a hair of winning the PCW National Championship, but then bounced back by becoming the Rising Star champion. Meanwhile, Bush Kelly came in, and admittedly, I was a little guilty of perhaps just seeing Bush Kelly as just a humorous addition to the roster, but he has proven he is so much more than that. He has managed to remain undefeated up until that 6-way contest for the championship, and as a result, when it comes to one-on-one, he is undefeated. One of the best win-loss records in Oz Pro Wrestling. I can't think of a man more deserving to get this main shot against Owen Steadman.
It is remarkably impressive how many individuals we have here at Oz Pro that are currently sitting as undefeated. We mentioned Emmanuel before, and Cava, Hector Jones, I think, was one as well. No?
Oh, no, he lost.
No, yeah,
he lost.
Yeah, he lost hard. But you know what I mean? Like, there is quite a number. So the stakes could have never been higher for everyone at any point here at Oz Pro. But for a championship on the line for Bush Kelly, this is big time. This is big field.
I was going to say, look, a lot of guys in Oz Pro are undefeated. You know, to a certain degree, that's by design. Because as I say, you win your matches, you're more likely to come back to Oz Pro Wrestling. So as we march towards the Vic State Super Championship, there's going to be lots of guys in that tournament who are undefeated in singles competition in Oz Pro Wrestling. Because if you have taken a loss, you don't deserve to be in the Elite 8. It's that simple. Let's not talk about a championship, let's talk about the Rising Star Championship. And when the Rising Star Championship was announced, there was a lot of talk about it.
Your inbox blew up.
Oh, it certainly did. I don't think people were expecting us to launch with what is effectively a junior championship first. But Oz Pro Wrestling has always had that focus of let's build towards the future. So as a result, yes, we were going to launch this first before we launched our big Super Championship. Because at the end of the day, I wanted something that these guys have gone for. And now we've got to the point where we've got 2 young guys who have, as far as I'm aware, neither of them have ever been in a main event spot before. A lot of pressure on both men here tonight.
Actually, now that you point it out, I think you are absolutely correct. But neither of them, though, they look like they should be here. They are holding their own. They are testing each other's strength as we speak. Smart movement from Bush Kelly, a bit more nimble than I originally expected.
But this is the thing, I think a lot of people have looked past Bush Kelly. Bush Kelly certainly impressed me. I mean, at the end of the day, if he was what I initially thought he was going to be, he wouldn't be in the spot. But he's proven me wrong. He's proven a lot of people wrong. This is a guy who's like slapping his arms because he's ready to pound down on Owen Steadman here tonight and take that title off of him. Big collar over top. Got like 2 bulls just locked up right now. And of course, Bush Kelly, the bigger, the stronger of the 2 men, would certainly seem to think he'd have an advantage here. But Owen Steadman's technique is frankly phenomenal. Owen Steadman, a man who, when you see him walking around backstage, he seems so nice and approachable because there's that calm, quiet confidence that he genuinely believes he is the best.
Yeah. It's easy as that. And look, as he said, he's Gippsland strong. I am from there. I have seen what the Valley can do. You know, it's a power plant town. It is built by hard people doing hard work, doing hard things. And Owen Steadman has brought that energy here into his wrestling in general, but especially here at AUS Pro. Bush Kelly, though, taking a step back as ref forced him to break the hold of the corner.
Like I said, last time these two men were in Ringwood together, they had a very tense confrontation. There was some physicality. At the end of the day, Bush Kelly wants to win a wrestling match. So yeah, you can see that he's seething. You can see behind his eyes, he has a lot to prove here tonight. But he wants to do it the right way. And there we see the armbar there from Owen Steadman, that technique we've talked about. And Bush Kelly, quite right, not resting. He got him onto his feet as quick as humanly possible, using his power now to take control of the contest.
It does look that this match is going to be a very much a technique versus power situation, Andy. And technique is something that, like, Bush Kelly definitely has that within him. We saw that earlier go with those wrist locks. But sometimes brute strength can just beat technique.
Jumps to sleep, but Bush Kelly now speeding up, and Owen Steadman catching him in the wrist lock. And Kelly knows that Steadman is a suplex machine. Did everything in his power to block it. Took that clothesline, and Steadman now actually to launch his whole body just to knock down the Wrangler. Now it is worth noting that actually in a couple of weeks, the Wrangler Bush Kelly will be going on his first tour to Japan. We obviously wish him all the luck in the world, and a part of me, would love him to go over with the Rising Star Championship.
Yeah.
That would be pretty damn cool.
That'd be amazing.
But Owen Steadman decided to run a bit of a gamble there, and it was effective, diving over the top rope. Bush Kelly launched back into the AUS Pro ring now. Owen Steadman trying to get the audience into this contest. Can I just say, the audience tonight has been fantastic.
Absolutely incredible.
They have been rowdy, they have been gnarly. I love it. I want more.
Over 200 strong. Literally, look at the video. You can count them. 1, 2, look. There's stacks of them. No questions.
Look at this. Bush Kelly just caught him. Manhandled him back.
Oh
to
my
his
God.
feet.
Holy crap. Bush Kelly coming with the speed.
Oh, look at that. He is now feeding on the crowd. This is a real 50-50 audience here tonight.
Surprised we aren't hearing both these guys chant, but look at this sequence. Bam! Huge drop, followed by a senton.
If Samoa Joe was watching this, he'd be so cool right now. Oh! Now that is a chop. That is a stinger right there. And look at Bush Kelly. You can actually see that sense he had behind his eyes of having something to prove has been replaced by kind of a menace.
He just chops through the chest of Steadman. Steadman just turns around and responds with his own. 2, in fact.
Look at these two titans just going at it right now.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so much for the comedy character. This is strong style Bush here tonight. He is bringing everything. Big, heavy strikes, just taking his time. He is controlling the momentum of the contest. He knows exactly what he is doing. He's conserving that energy as he skulks around the ring and then releases it in explosive fashion with Owen Steadman just gliding into that corner. Bush Kelly now follows through, and Owen Steadman giving him a kick in the jaw. Steadman now climbing to the middle rope, and Bush Kelly follows up really quick. Oh! Steadman is trying to rip the arm out! Look at that! Very low-key-esque maneuver. It's completely illegal, I might add.
Owen Steadman knowing that he would have to let go at some point, but that's not what it's about. It's about sending a message, and that was about sending the foot into the back of Bush Kelly's head.
I don't think it's so much about a message, more about just ripping the bloody tendons in the shoulder. And obviously we've seen Owen Steadman win a number of his matches as a result of a submission, and this could be the starting block to his eventual end game. But Bush Kelly just caught him in that opportune moment, gets him in the fireman carry, and we now see Owen Steadman firing the elbow. Oh my goodness, trying to go for that suplex. We saw him trying to go for it earlier, and Bush Kelly doing everything to shift the center of his gravity low enough that Steadman won't be able to do it. Off the ropes, and he kicked the arm. Bush Kelly trying to go.
Oh
there's
my
the
God.
cross arm breaker. He's got the cross arm breaker, and there you see clasping at the hands. Not a Roman knuckle lock.
Not quite.
That's not a Roman knuckle lock. But anyway, he's clasping at the hands, desperately hanging on, because Owen Steadman, if he can straighten that arm, he's already hurt and he's already injured that arm. Straighten it, we could be looking at a tap out.
Not so as Kelly comes through and just blasts his entire body weight onto the left knee of Steadman. Goes for that cloverleaf.
I was going to say, it looks like he's actually more of an execution.
Yeah, it's kind of turned around a little bit.
I was going to say, but it's interesting to see Bush Kelly deciding that what's good for the goose is good for the gander, trying to injure a joint there of Owen Steadman, and now using that submission. And what a statement it would be made if he could literally get Owen Steadman to hand in the belt via a submission.
Steadman says otherwise, blows to the face, kicks to the shoulder.
Yeah, that's the shoulder he was working on earlier, and you can see Bush desperately going to grab his arm. There's definitely been some damage done there, and Bush Kelly needs to be really careful of that lip, especially in a match with Owen Steadman just launching across the room and driving the wind right out of Steadman.
Great work by Bush though, using his right shoulder for that spear, not further damaging himself. Getting Steadman into a precarious position here on the top rope. It is high risk, but it can have high reward.
And now we see Bush Kelly, he's figured out that his advantage lives in the power and the strength that he brings. And possibly that is why he's just perched Owen Steadman up top. And he might be wondering, with my arm hurt, do I really want to run the risk of allowing a one-on-one grapple fest in the middle of the ring when I could just take him to the heavens and drop him down hard? Unfortunately, it's backfired. Bush Kelly stumbling onto his feet there.
Steadman now in an opportunistic position. Instead gets the absolute soul slapped out of his face. Jesus.
We see now Bush Kelly repositioning Owen Steadman. He has something very specific in mind. Looks like he might be going for a second round superplex. Owen Steadman knows that'll hurt, so he's firing into the ribs. It will. Headbutts him.
His assessment is bang on, and especially with Bush Kelly's ability to deliver incredible suplexes in the same way that Steadman knows how to drop kick a man and go for the cover.
Hits the front drop kick, goes for the cover, hooks it good, hooks it tight. Bush Kelly able to push out. But did you notice how Bush had to also push him off with his arm? That's the other advantage of working on the arm. So these little things all add up to eventually getting the victory in the middle of the ring. Look at that.
Seamless, working that shoulder continuously. The pinpoint accuracy of Owen Steadman. Cranking on that same shoulder to get Kelly to his feet.
Got him a key lock there, bringing him up to his feet. Whether he's just trying to work on it or whether he's trying to legitimately get a submission, Bush Kelly's not waiting to find out. Driving shots into the ribs and into the midsection. And now it's Bush Kelly who might be looking to go for a big power move. And once again, he's eyeing up that corner. But, Owen Steadman.
Slow German into the bridge.
Northern Lights, and there's the cross arm breaker. And again, Bush Kelly desperately hanging on. Now that's a Roman knuckle lock. There you go, he's got it tight. One of the tightest hooks out there. And if Owen Steadman can just straighten that arm, but no, Bush Kelly, maybe transversing into the triangle. Hasn't quite got his leg in quite the right position.
If Kelly can get to his feet and slam Steadman down, he can break that hold immediately, but Steadman not giving up.
Look at this.
That forearm wrapped around that wrist, grabbed deep with all the strength he has. Sorry to cut you off, Andy.
I was going to say for Owen Steadman, this is just such a chess match. Constantly trying to go to the limbs, trying to keep maneuvering to finally get that win. But as you said, here's the power. This is the power we're talking about. Big power bomb there. And then picks him up. He's got
one-handed.
One-handed
my God!
He's a big, strong boy. It doesn't matter if you eliminate one of his arms.
Oh my God.
Bush Kelly
Cava.
floats him over, hooks that leg, 2. There's the 2, and then, a kick out there.
Those eyes of Steadman were closed. I think he was somewhere else. That was just base instinct.
Look at this. Both men look like they've been in. And look at that. A big power bomb right there. And Bush Kelly not waiting. Just that one-arm pile driver. Jesus, sends him to Valhalla. Both men trying desperately to get to their feet, and Owen Steadman looking somewhat rocked after that powerbomb pile driver combo. And now you see Bush Kelly as well. Just both men look like they've been in the wall. Let's just put it plainly.
The crowd here at Ringwood split down the middle. Oh! Pulling from the reserve, Steadman gets to his feet, forearm. Kelly follows up with an uppercut.
This is where we're at. Both men are so tired from the exchanges that they can hit a blow, and then in the time it takes to sort of recuperate, gives the other guy the opportunity to take a strike as well. And look at Owen Steadman, the sadist, the smile on his face. This is what he loves, this fierce competition. There's a part of him that just enjoys taking on some of the best and taking their heavy hit. Ducks the kick, but not that time. Bush Kelly, though, will not die. He will not fall down. Steadman off the ropes, and there's a big forearm shot there by Bush Kelly. And Owen Steadman, the only reason not on the ground, is being held up by the ropes. Oh,
massive pump kick. Uppercut by Kelly. As you said, with a game of chess, this is stalemate. Both men just giving it everything, none moving an inch, just damage.
Off the ropes, and oh, look, he's going for the German again, and he gets it!
With a bridge!
Look at him just bridging this big lump of meat.
That was nothing but gravity.
Technique, power, discipline, these are all the things that Owen Steadman brings to the ring as our rising star champion.
Potentially for now, Andy. Anything can happen in as simple as 3 seconds.
All it takes. And Owen Steadman looks like he's getting ready to tee off there on Bush Kelly. You can see that Bush Kelly, yeah, he's feeling it, but a lot of those kicks are also going to the arm as well. And Bush Kelly has caught him, and Owen Steadman might be at his mercy right about now. Just look at the face of Bush Kelly.
Oh my God!
Turned him inside out with that lariat.
Lariat from hell.
Oh, that'll prove him helpful when he goes over to Japan later next month.
Steadman could be done. Bush Kelly, though, needs to really take advantage of this. Get on top of them. Go for the cover. Instead,
straps are coming down.
This is when you know it's serious.
Oh, it's never good when the straps come down. There's a fighting spirit alive and well in Bush Kelly, and Kelly might be going for the kill right now. But Steadman goes for the cross arm breaker. He's holding on to it. This is like his third attempt at this hold, but it has admittedly helped him to win many of his contests. He's holding on for dear life. Bush Kelly knows if he straightens the arm, it could be over. You can see with Bush Kelly's exhaustion that we've seen in the match.
You can see the whites of his knuckles.
Oh God, look at it. Oh, and Steadman, he's got it! Oh God, hang on, the referee's there to see if there's a submission. I think I heard a pop. Okay, this is not that. Ryan, bear with me. Hang on.
All right, go check this out. All right, well, Andy has gone to check on Bush.
Wait there.
Owen Steadman forced us to wait as Ref Nate comes in for the check as well. Now, of course, this is a sporting event, but we do want to ensure the safety and the health of our competitors. We're glad we have Andy there to check. But Bush refusing to back down, possibly dislocated shoulder, if not certainly broken. If he were to quit now, it would be well worth it. It was a hard-fought battle. Ref Nate recommending he keep out as well, and I'm with Andy. I'm with the ref. I don't think even Rosie, our incredible first aid, would be able to clear him. This would be purely his choice and his choice alone. He did not come this far. And he's making our way back. You can see I'm not quite sure, disappointment or what. He's the Bulls. This could be the final moments. Andy, you are back at the table.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I can actually see in the corner of my eye, Rosie, our medical professional, who usually go out and do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is tending to Cava, who took a quite nasty bump to the back of his head. And unfortunately, I was trying to convince Bush Kelly that he didn't need to do this. His arm is useless right now. And Owen Steadman knows it's only a matter of time. But this has been such a fierce battle, and Bush Kelly refusing to back down.
With his one good arm, slapping the absolute spit out of the face of Steadman.
All comes down to the very bitter end here at AUS Pro.
He's out.
We've got the power, and I think he is out for the count. He wanted the Owen Steadman experience. He got it.
Oh my God.
Your winner and still Rising Star Champion, Owen Steadman!
Many had disregarded Bush Kelly, as you said, a comedic individual, someone maybe not to be taken seriously. But I don't know about you. After the length at which he has been willing to go today, I'm seeing a whole new angle to Bush.
Absolutely. Fighting spirit. The likes of many competitors. And right now, although Bush Kelly is probably half unconscious, Owen Steadman showing such tremendous respect towards him at this time. But tonight is once again Owen Steadman's night. Still the rising star champion here.
Let's watch that replay. There's that suplex into the bridge from Steadman.
And look at that lariat. That was a nasty ball, that was. And then finally, the last time he slapped on that cross arm breaker, I thought I heard a pop. I mean, at that point it was academic. Bush could not defend himself, but he wanted to be in there till the very bitter end. And Bush Kelly will get him checked out, ladies and gentlemen, but Bush Kelly came here to fight, and fight he did.
Speaking of the end, though, this does bring us to the end of AUS Pro Wrestling. We got the power. It has been an absolute pleasure sitting here talking. What an incredible show. But until the next one, I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Andy Coyne. Thank you, and good night.